feel like I'm the only booktuber left who doesn't have an intro. Like, do I need to tell a really bad pun and then end with a ukulele riff? When I found out my toaster wasn't waterproof, I was shocked. I've said that 3 times now trying to make this video TBR. Can we just rename it? This is gonna be my July TBR. I've decided to sit on the floor as I do this because 1, look at that beauty, and 2, the floor just felt like the place to be, you know? Thank you to all of those who commented on my last video telling me what books I should read. I don't think you could see, oh, you can see some of it. This is the pile right here of things that I'm gonna attempt to read this month, and as you can tell, it's like an armrest because it's so tall. And we'll get to that later, but first let's talk about the stuff that I completed like a successful person does. I only read 7 books this month, which is kind of not good, but compared to like the average human, that's more than any of my friends will read like ever. But yeah, so for being summer, I am very disappointed that I was too lazy to put things in my hands and read them. But this month I'm going on an internet ban, so hopefully I will get through a ton more. But the books that I read goes as follows. I finished The Vampire Academy, which was pretty average. Did not necessarily like it as much as the hype suggested I would have, but it was alright, and I have the sequel, so no fear. I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars. Then I read my favorite book of 2013 so far, The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer, and this was amazing. I have a review on this, so if you want to see my full-on fangirl attack, I will link that in the description box. So this was amazing. So good. 1 thumb up, cause, okay, you know what, no, 2 thumbs up. Then I read Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children because I'm going to a book signing for Ransom Riggs in how many days is it now? 10 days, I think? No. It's a week tomorrow, so yeah, okay. Math. We don't do that during the summer. This was amazing. I gave this 5 stars, and I thought it would be a lot more creepy than it actually was, so that was a plus, because I do get creeped out pretty easily. So if you're hesitant about getting this because you think you're going to be creeped out by the things on the back, Hakuna Matata, just go do it. Then I read something that I also have a review on, and I predicted I would hate, but didn't hate. It's a long story, I'll just show you what it is. Crossed by Ali Condi. Gave this 4 out of 5 stars. Once more, I have a review on it. If you'd rather hear me talk about it there, then I will link that. But this was alright. I have Crossed up there in my TBR. Then in the last week of June, I just knew that I needed to squeeze one more thing into my wrap-up, so I grabbed It's Kind of a Funny Story, and I finished it in 2 days because it was pretty good. I gave this 5 stars. I also read 2 books on my phone this month. One of them I was sent via email, and the other one, I'll tell that story later. I entered to receive an ARC copy of Relic by Renee Collins, and I was emailed a PDF, and so I spent a good chunk of my month reading it because it was, again, on my phone. I'm not the best, like, scroller on my phone, so it went a little bit slow, but this was an amazing book, and there's a review coming for that, so I'll hold off all my comments until then, but I am definitely gonna pre-order this book to have on my shelf because it was fantastic. I cannot wait until the sequel comes out. Ha! It's so funny though, the actual book hasn't even come out and I'm already excited for the sequel. Now it's story time with Whitney. I don't know if anybody knows this about me, but if you put caffeine in my body, I will implode. It's disgusting, and never do that to me because it's not a fun experience. But me being foolish little me, I decided I should have a Frappuccino one night that had a ton of coffee in it. And so I was up until 6:30 a.m. fangirling and pretty much whatever else a teenager would do at 6:30 in the morning. Around midnight though, I was just so bored I could not didn't know what to do with myself because nothing was on the internet that was fun, and I couldn't sleep. So I hopped on over to my iBook app and I was scrolling through the free books just for something to entertain me, and I see the holy grail of faces, Pepe Toth. And I don't know if you know, but I love me some Pepe Toth. So of course I was like, get in my phone. So I bought it, I read it in like 3 hours. It's an adult romance book that I bought for free, so it's not like I had the hugest expectations anyway, but it was entertaining and fun, so I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. And again, that was all that I read. It was super short, which makes me a little bit of a mad mango, but I'm now going to jump into my armrest, aka my TBR pile for July. Let's begin, shall we? The first one is something I'm doing a read along with one of my friends on Goodreads. I'm gonna try and read Blood Red Road, that I would rather cry and run and throw this out my window, but you know what? I'm gonna try. Then I'm going to read The Evolution of Mara Dyer, which I'm beyond stoked about. I hear this is better than the first one, and if that's true, someone is going to have to mop up a liquidated Whitney on the ground. Like, not even joking, I will be dead within an hour if this book even comes near being better than the first one. Is that even physically possible? If it is, then let's just promote Michelle Hodkin to being a god. These first 3 books are the books that got the most nominations for being read, and I've already started one of them, 2 of them, and I'm highly anticipating all of them, so at least you chose good ones. Number 1 was The Duff, and I'm already like 5 chapters into this, but I just contacted Gabby from Owl Eyes Reviews and said, do you want to read this with me? Because she said she was planning on reading it this month too. So long story short, we're going to read this together, so stay tuned to both of our channels for updates on how we're liking this, and I'll leave hers in the description box thingamabob down there. The second top chosen book was City of Bones, and the third was Prodigy. Both of these I'm super stoked about. This one was so highly requested. I'd already planned on reading this, so whenever you guys said City of Bones, I was like, I know. If you led me on to believe that this book is better than it actually is, I'm gonna be angry. Yes, I'm looking at you. These next 3 tied for 4th place, each with around 5 votes. They are the Uglies series, Grave Mercy, and Gone. These 2 are huge, and I don't know, I don't want to have to read 2 huge books in 1 month, so one of these may get forfeited. I'm leaning toward this one because I really don't want to read it, but I'll do it. I trust you. You said it was good. Deep breath and push. Whoa, this is reading, not giving birth. That was weird. The next 2 are books that I'm actually pretty stoked about, so I'm glad you chose these. There is Eleanor and Park and Perfect Chemistry. Super stoked about this one. Not so stoked about this one, but I hear a ton of good things about it, therefore we shall see. These last 3 are things that I doubt I'll be able to have time to get to, but I'm just gonna raise my hopes for this TBR month. They are The Titan's Curse, My Life Next Door, and A Million Suns. To be honest, I'm super excited about this one, so I may end up just shoving through all the rest to get to this one. So hopefully all of these books will be as good as you guys recommended them to me. You left a ton of comments with tons of positive feedback, so thank you so much. I'm gonna do that more often because that was completely helpful. So again, just thank you for watching, and did I get everything? I'm literally, my bedroom floor is inundated with books and I feel like I'm forgetting something. That was it for this video, so what am I forgetting? I swear. Do I need to tell a bad joke or something? Thank you for watching. I've probably said that 10 times already. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Mwah.